1 week after Donald Trump's surprising victory, much of America is still at odds over the direction of this country. CBS News contributor and Republican strategist Frank Luntz invited 18 Trump voters from New York, New Jersey, 18 Trump voters from New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut to take part in a focus group. One of the women joined the discussion halfway through. The 11 men and 7 women ranged in age from 22 to 64 years old. 5 of them voted for Barack Obama in previous elections. Now all but one of them say they are, quote, mad as hell about the state of the country. They talked about the election results and the anger on both sides.
Across America, you had tens of thousands of people opposing this election. They claim Trump's a racist, they claim Trump's a sexist, and yet you all voted for him. What's going on?
They don't research their candidate, and when they get the real information, they're in denial.
On the left, they're supposed to be the party of tolerance. They're only tolerant towards the people who think like them.
They're behaving like children, and as most of us know, when a child has a tantrum, you don't give in to it.
Behaving like children?
Yes, just because they're not getting what they want, they're throwing a tantrum.
I hear about all these angry voters, millions of angry voters. You're them. What are you so angry about?
Barack Obama claimed hope and change, and for 8 years we basically got nothing.
The system is rigged. Like he said, it's all against us.
What system?
It's our government. Our government is against us. The people aren't representing us.
Against you?
Yes, they're working against us. They're working for special interest. Everything has come down on the middle class.
We invited a bunch of women who didn't want to do it. Why would women not participate in this?
Because they were probably scared. They're scared of backlash.
I think it's because of the whole scandal, the sexual scandal, and they cannot, because the backlash that I get is people say, how could you support someone that behaved in that manner? And that's not really what an election is about. We're not electing someone to be a Sunday school teacher. It's about getting the economy.
How are we going to find common ground?
I think once Trump gets his mojo going, he's going to prove to everybody, Republican, Democrat, that he can do it, and he's going to unite. We are going to come together. We have to.
Well, that's a hope from everybody today, that the country comes together. They had very strong views, Frank. What's driving the anger, and why did they think Donald Trump can fix it?
They believe that he represents genuine change, and that some of the things that he has said, some of the things that he has done, has proven it to them. I got 2 things I want to emphasize here. Number 1, we all need to calm down. Everyone does. And it's interesting that I know who you voted for based on who you're angry with about how they behaved in the last week. If you're mad at the Trump voters, I know you voted for Clinton. If you're mad at the protests, I know you voted for Donald Trump. And everyone needs to step back. We are so hypercritical, and the election's over, and it's now time to govern. And what they said, and you can see it on CBSN, is that when they lost in 2012, they didn't go out and protest. They went to work for 2016. That this is the first time they have seen that someone who was unsuccessful, basically you got all these protests. And the second thing is that there's a woman who is not in that clip, and I'm hoping it's in CBSN. She would not come. And I read her email, and she was afraid for her own safety and security and for her children, because she knew someone who'd been attacked on the subway because they had a Trump hat on. In fact, you're watching it right now.
And she shows up in the middle.
She showed up in the middle, and I was so impressed, but I've never worked so hard to get an individual to participate, because I wanted viewers to get a chance to hear what she had to say.
All right, Frank, you did a dial test during this focus group where participants watched clips from Donald Trump's 60 Minutes interview. We want to listen to the president-elect's answer to a question about special interest groups. The higher the red line goes, the more they like Mr. Trump's answers.
Everything down there, there are no people. They're all people that work. That's the problem with the system. The system. Right now, we're going to clean it up. We're having restrictions on foreign money coming in. We're going to put on term limits, which a lot of people aren't happy about, but we're putting on term limits. We're doing a lot of things to clean up the system.
So what do we learn from this answer, Frank?
That they're prepared to allow him to use lobbyists to vet people being chosen for the administration. In fact, in almost every issue where he has started to backtrack, they want to give him the leeway to compromise because they believe that he's headed in the right direction.
One of the most familiar chants at a Trump rally, even his election night rally, was lock her up. Leslie Stahl asked Donald Trump about appointing a special prosecutor to investigate Hillary Clinton. Let's watch.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about it. I feel that I want to focus on jobs. I want to focus on health care. I want to focus on the border and immigration and doing a really great immigration bill. We want to have a great immigration bill. And I want to focus on all of these other things that we've been talking about and get the country straightened away.
He essentially sidestepped a promise in the campaign that he would appoint a special prosecutor, saying there's other issues more important.
And he actually said that the Clintons are good people. And that was the only time when the lines went down. Because because a number of Trump voters do not believe that the Clintons are good people. That said, only 2 out of the 18.
And just quickly, what about him saving parts of Obamacare?
Once again, if it's basic repeal and replace, they'll accept it. They will give him the flexibility to compromise if he continues to drive that change.
Frank Luntz, thank you so much.
Thank you.